Good morning, students. Let us start with the chapter number 4, Reproductive Health. In this chapter, we will be studying following topics: reproductive health, problems and strategies, population explosion and birth control, medical termination of pregnancy, sexual transmitted diseases, infertility. You have learned about human reproductive system in chapter number 3. Now, let's discuss a closely related topic, reproductive health. What do we understand by this term? The term simply refers to the healthy reproductive organs with their normal functions. However, it has a broader perspective and includes emotional, social aspects of reproduction also. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, reproductive health means a total well being in all aspects of reproduction, that is, physical, emotional, behavioral, and social. Therefore, a society with people having physically and functionally normal reproductive organs and normal emotional behavioral interactions among them in all sex related aspects might be called reproductively healthy. Why it is significant to be called reproductive healthy? Why it is significant to maintain reproductive health, and what are the methods taken up to achieve it? Let us examine them. We have learned about reproductive health. Now, what are the problems related to the health and what are the strategies to solve them? India was amongst the first country in the world to initiate action plans and programs at a national level to attain total reproductive health as a social goal. These programs, called family planning, were initiated in 1951 and were periodically assessed over the past decades. Improved programs covering wider reproduction related areas currently in operation under popular name reproductive and child health care programs, creating awareness among people about various reproduction related aspects and providing facilities and support for building up a reproductively healthy society are the major tasks under these programs. Underlying all the abbreviations and their full form, as well as the programs started by the government. With the help of the audio, visual, and print media, governmental and non governmental agencies have taken steps to create awareness among the people about reproduction related aspects. NGOs, teachers, friends, government organizations, close relatives, parents all have an important role in spread of these information. Introduction of sex education in schools should be encouraged to provide right information to the young so as to discourage children from believing in myths and having misconceptions about these aspects. Proper information about reproductive organs, adolescence, and related changes, safe and hygienic sexual practices, STDs, AIDS, etc., would help people, especially those in adolescent age group, to lead a reproductively healthy life. Educating people, especially fertile couples and those in marriageable age group, about available birth control options, care of pregnant mother, postnatal care of mother and child, importance of breastfeeding, equal opportunities for male and female child would address the importance of bringing up socially conscious, healthy families of desired size. Awareness of problems due to uncontrolled population growth, social evils like sex abuse and sex related crimes, etc., need to be created to enable people to think and take up necessary steps to prevent them, thereby building up a socially responsible and healthy society. सक्सेसफुल इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ वेरियस एक्शन प्लान्स, प्लान्स तो बन जाते हैं लेकिन उनका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. सो इट्स रिक्वायर्ड टू अटेन रिप्रोडक्टिव हेल्थ requires a strong infrastructural facility, professional expertises, and material support. These are essential to provide medical assistance and care to the people in these problems like pregnancy, delivery, STDs, abortions, contraceptions, menstrual cycles, and infertility. Implementation of better techniques and new strategies from time to time are also required to provide more efficient care and assistance to people. Statutory ban on amniocentesis for sex determination to legally check increasing menace of female feticides. Massive child immunization are some such programs. Amniocentesis is a test in which amniotic fluid of the developing fetus is taken to analyze the fetal cells and dissolved substances. Generally, the procedure is done to find out certain genetic disorders such as Down syndrome, hemophilia, sickle cell anemia, etc. But since it is a genetic test, it also reveals the gender of the बेबी सो इट इस वजह से इस प्रोसीजर को बैन कर दिया गया क्योंकि जेनेटिक डिसऑर्डर्स के साथ साथ बेबी का सेक्स भी रिवील होने लगा था जिसकी वजह से फीटिसाइड्स के केसेस बढ़ गए थे यानी कि वूम में ही बेबी को किल कर देना. Research on various reproduction related areas are encouraged and supported by governmental and non-governmental agencies to find out new methods and to improve upon the existing ones. Nowadays बहुत सारे रिसर्चेस चल रहे हैं ताकि कई कुछ न्यू मेथड्स ढूंढे जाएं जिनसे इनफर्टिलिटी या ऐसी प्रॉब्लम्स को कंट्रोल किया जा सके. डू यू नो दैट सहेली, a new oral contraceptive for female, was developed by scientists at CDRI in Lucknow, India. CDRI, that is Central Drug Research Institute. Better awareness about sex related matters, increased number of medically assisted deliveries, and better postnatal care. What is postnatal care? After birth care of the child, leading to the decreased maternal and infant mortality rate. पहले जब मेडिकल फैसिलिटीज़ अवेलेबल नहीं होती थी तो ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ डिलीवरी ईदर मदर और द इन्फेंट वर highly affected and very often they died. So to decrease the mortality rate, these assistance are very important. Increased number of couples with small families, better detection and cure of STDs, and overall increase in facilities improved reproductive health of the society. Next topic is population stabilization and birth control. Here in this topic, we will study about the different methods how to control the population size. What are the methods to control the births? In the last century, an all-around development in various fields significantly improved the quality of life of the people. However, increased health facilities along with the better living condition had an explosive impact on the growth of population. The world population, which was around 2 billion in 1900, rocketed about 6 billion by 2000 and 7.2 billion in 2011. A similar trend was observed in India too. Our population, which was approximately 350 million at the time of our independence, reached close to billion mark by 2000 and crossed 1.2 billion in May 2011. A rapid decline in death rate, maternal mortality rate, and infant mortality rate, as well as increase in the number of people in reproducible age, are probable reason for this. According to 2011 census report, population growth rate was less than 2%, that is 20 per thousand per year, a rate at which our population could increase rapidly. Such an alarming growth rate could lead to an absolute scarcity of even the basic requirements like food, shelter, and clothing. In spite of significant progress, therefore, government was forced to take up serious measures to check up this population growth. The most important step to overcome this problem is to motivate smaller families by using various contraceptive methods. You might have seen advertisements in media as well as poster, bill, etc. showing a happy couple with two children with the slogan Hum do, Hamare do, we too and R too. Many couples, mostly the young urban working ones, have even adopted one child norm. Statutory raising of marriageable age of the female to 18 years and that of males to 21 years, and incentives given to the couples with small families are two other measures taken to tackle these problem. आपने सुना होगा बीच में गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसीज़ थी कि जिनके दो किड्स हैं उनके फर्स्ट किड के बाद सेकंड किड की जो फीस वगैरह एक्सपेंडिचर्स हैं वो कम कर दिए जाते हैं, और जिनका एक ही किड होता है उनके सारे ही एजुकेशनल एक्सपेंडिचर्स जो हैं वो गवर्नमेंट उठाती है. Let us describe some of the commonly used contraceptive methods which help to prevent unwanted pregnancies and also help to achieve the goal of small families with the limited population growth. An ideal contraceptive should be user friendly. These are the characteristics of an ideal contraceptive. So please underline, it should be user friendly, easily available, effective, and reversible with no or least side effects. It should also in no way interfere with the sexual drive, desire, or the sexual act of the user. A wide range of contraceptive methods are presently available, which could be broadly grouped into following categories: natural, traditional, barriers, IUDs, oral contraceptives, injectables, implants, and surgical methods. So these are the following categories. We can one by one study them. Okay. So first is natural or traditional method. Natural methods work on the principle of avoiding the chances of ovum and sperm meeting. If they will not meet, there will be least chances of the fertilization. Periodic abstinence is one such method in which couples avoid or abstain from coitus from the day 10 to 17 of the menstrual cycle when ovulation is expected. As chances of fertilization are very high during this period, it is called the fertile period. Therefore, by abstaining from coitus during this period, conception could be prevented. Second inside the natural method is withdrawal or coitus interrupts. Is another method in which the male partner withdraws his penis from the vagina just before the ejaculation so as to avoid the insemination. The third method inside the natural method is lactational amenorrhea, absence of menstrual cycle during lactation period. It is based on the fact that ovulation and therefore the cycle do not occur during the period of intense lactation following parturition. Parturition means delivery of the baby. Therefore, as long as mother breastfeeds the child fully, chances of conception are almost nil. However, this method has been reported to be effective only up to a maximum period of 6 months following parturition. As no medicines or devices are used in this methods, side effects are almost nil. नेचुरल मेथड में साइड इफ़ेक्ट nil होते हैं, लेकिन चांसेस ऑफ फेलियर आर ऑल्सो हाई. Next method is barrier methods. In this method, ovum and sperm are prevented from physically meeting with the help of barriers. Such methods are available for both males and females. Condoms are the barriers made up of thin rubber or latex sheath that are used to cover the penis in the male or vagina and cervix in the female just before the coitus so that ejaculated semen would not enter into the female reproductive tract, and this can prevent conception. Nirod is a popular brand of condom for the male. Use of condom has increased in recent years due to its additional benefit of protecting the user from the STIs and AIDS. Both the male and female condoms are disposable, can be self-inserted and thereby gives privacy to the user. No medical practitioner required. Diaphragms, cervical caps and volts are also barriers made up of rubber that are inserted into the female reproductive tract to cover the cervix during coitus. They prevent conception by blocking the entry of the sperms through the cervix. They are reusable. Spermicidal creams, jellies, and foams are also used along with these barriers to increase the contraceptive efficiency. Another effective and popular method is use of intrauterine devices, that is IUDs. These devices are inserted by doctors or expert nurses in the uterus through vagina. These intrauterine devices are presently available as non-medicated IUDs. Example: Lippies Loop, copper releasing IUDs, Copper T, Copper 7, Multi-Load 375, and the hormone releasing IUDs like Progestersert, LNG20, etc. Please underline all the examples and learn the examples which kind of IUDs they are. IUDs increase phagocytosis of sperms within the uterus, and the copper ion released suppress sperm motility and the fertilizing capacity of the sperms. The hormone releasing IUDs, in addition, make the uterus unsuitable for implantation and cervix hostile to the sperm. IUDs are ideal contraceptives for female who want to delay pregnancy or space children. It is one of the most widely accepted method of contraception in India. So we have studied total 3 kinds of IUDs. These are also known as 3 generation of IUDs. They are non-medicated copper releasing or hormone releasing. Next method is oral administration of a small doses of either progestogens or progesterone and estrogen combination is another contraceptive method used by the females. They are used in the form of tablet and hence popularly called pills. Pills have been taken daily for a period of 21 days, starting preferably within the first 5 days of menstrual cycle. After a gap of 7 days during which menstruation occurs, it has to be repeated in the same pattern till the female desires to prevent conception. They inhibit ovulation and implantation as well as alter the quality of cervical mucus to prevent or retard the entry of the sperm. Pills are very effective with lesser side effects and are well accepted by females. Saheli, the new oral contraceptive for the female, contain a non-steroidal preparation. It is once a week pill with very few side effects and high contraceptive value. Please mark this pill Saheli is a oral contraceptive for female that is taken once in a week and it has very less side effects. Progestogens alone or in combination with estrogen can also be used by females as injection. हमने अभी पिल के फॉर्म में देखा था, अब इंजेक्शन और implants under the skin. Their mode of action is similar to that of pills and their effective periods are much longer. Administration of progestogens or progestogen estrogen combination or IUDs within 72 hours of coitus have been found to be effective as emergency contraceptives as they could be used to avoid possible pregnancies due to rape or casual unprotected intercourse. Surgical methods are also called as sterilization. Next type of method to control the births is sterilization. They are generally advised for the male or female partner as the terminal method to prevent any more pregnancies. Surgical intervention blocks gamete transport and thereby prevent conception. Sterilization procedure in male is called vasectomy and that in female is called tubectomy. In vasectomy, a small part of vas deferens. Can you remember vas deferens in the male reproductive system? Yes, that is removed or tied up through a small incision on the scrotum. We can see in the diagram how the vas deferens is cut and tied So this procedure of sterilization is known as vasectomy. Whereas in tubectomy, a small part of fallopian tube is removed or tied up through a small incision in the abdomen through vagina. These techniques are highly effective, but their reversibility is very poor. Means if once a person adopts the sterilization, then he or she may not conceive after the sterilization methods. So it is nearly irreversible. We can see in the diagram how the fallopian tube near the uterus is cut and ligated so that the ova which are released during ovulation cannot meet the sperm that comes to the uterus during coitus. It needs to be emphasized that the selection of suitable method and its use always be undertaken in the consultation with qualified medical professional. One must also remember that contraceptives are not regular requirements for the maintenance of reproductive health. In fact, they are practiced against a natural reproductive event, that is conception pregnancy. One is forced to use these methods either to prevent pregnancy or to delay or space pregnancy due to personal reasons. No doubt the widespread use of these methods have a significant role in checking uncontrolled growth of population, but then also they are the methods used against the natural events. However, there are possible ill effects like nausea, abdominal pain, breakthrough bleeding, irregular menstrual bleeding, or even breast cancer, though not very significant, should not be totally ignored. So, these practices should not be overused. In this lecture, we have covered these two topics: 4.1 reproductive health problems and strategies, 4.2 population explosion and birth control. Remaining three topics we will be studying in the next lecture. Till then, keep studying.